Hey, just thought I'd jump on the channel here and see what's going on. How you all doing? Trying to get things going off here in the hotel, so just thought I'd do a 2-year anniversary little impromptu thing here. MACTFORDEDGE around for what do we got now? 2 years. But it started about 1 year after the actual YouTube channel. I was going around and testing the waters at other groups that were FORDEDGE related, and decided, what the heck, I needed to have a channel that was married up to the YouTube channel of the same name. So I just went ahead and did that, and seen the waters at other groups that were FORDEDGE related, and trying to figure this all out. What the heck? But a channel that was. But I do have it going, and seeing if anybody's going to get on here. I'll talk to myself, I guess. But yeah, it's been really interesting here. Just watching the growth of the group and the growth of the YouTube channel. So there's quite a few milestones that have occurred in the MACTFORDEDGE whole thing that's going on. Started the YouTube channel, of course, and then a year later I decided to start the MACTFORDEDGE Facebook group, and it is what it is today. Did not imagine the group would be growing this big. Pretty much we have hit 2,200 members. I think it's 2199. They had somebody join, but it hasn't registered on Facebook yet, so I'm assuming it'll pop up 2,200 unless somebody left. But neither here nor there, I'm going to call it 2,200 because I'm sure the next day or so, or even tonight, we'll probably get another 1, 2, 3. Been averaging 30 to 50 new members a week on the MACTFORDEDGE Facebook group. So, and I average even more how do you say it, subscribers on YouTube as things go. You know, 10, 15 folks every, I guess it is 2 days or so. So anyway, I decided to sit there and talk to y'all. You ask questions. It's been 2 years since I started this. If you have any curiosities, I'll try to answer them. How you doing, Al? I see you waving at me there. Thank you for participating. And, of course, enjoy all of your comments. Folks, I like watching it. It's gotten to a point where I can't keep track of some of you. And between Mano and I, we try to do it, and Elhard jumps in once in a while. It's tough. The more folks there are, the harder it gets. That's all there is to it. It just gets tougher. But I do enjoy it. I try to monitor it, but I do have a day job I have to pay attention to. So you know, night times, weekends, times that I can do things, I like to go ahead and get things done. Still working on the oil series. There are a lot of preloaded videos, but they are not all preloaded. So again, this weekend I'm hoping I can get another 3 more loaded up, maybe 4 if I can, and try to finish the series up. So we'll get there, and I know you all are waiting to see them. And I will tell you that the first oil video will load up tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Central Time, Chicago time. It will load up and go active. So you will see the first oil testing results of virgin samples. Try to bring you something that's new and good. Thank you, Al. I appreciate you appreciating my videos. Thank you so much for watching. And see, I can't see the phone in the comments here without my glasses on. That's just part of the deal, folks. I can't see them. Does that mean I'm getting old? I'm thinking. So, anyway, trying to see what's going on here and see all the comments you folks make, and I can't see it. It's not scrolling up whatever's going on here for the comments. I can't see it. But yeah, I'm working on the oil series is all I can say. So let's see. Brandy, thank you so much. And yeah, Mano is awesome. You guys have no clue how awesome Mano is. I owe him virtually everything, yeah, to helping this out, and his support in it and everything else. And I just could never repay him for what he's done. So you guys, need to tell him thank you too, because he's a very key part of everything that goes on, and just greatly assists in everything. Thank you, Joey. Thank you so much, Joey. That's a great feeling. And let's see what else we got. But the oil, going back to the oil and trying to keep up with you guys and trying to do it, but the oil series is going to go on, and once that's done, I will be tossing out some 1 or 2 minute long videos. I'm going to go over some of the different things in the 1.5 gen on how to use them, how to change the settings and things, and just make little short videos on that so that they have some reference on that for folks. And I don't have the first gen, although the technology in the first gen wasn't that great. They didn't up their ante on it till the 1.5. But I'm going to go over that, do some little quick 1 minutes, like how do I set my enhanced mode for my trip odometer and things like that. Just little short 1 or 2 minute videos to try to give more reference to what's going on with the Edge on that aspect. And then, of course, I got major repairs coming up on Lou. Major maintenance repairs, not repairs, but maintenance to keep Lou on the road without failure. So that's going to be a big summer deal because I got a lot of work planned on her because it's going to be 250,000 miles. I'm getting very close to 230 right now. So that is going to be something that you may all want to see. I have had people tell me, hey, Bill, your videos are just completely too long. And I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to stop. You have no idea how many times people have watched my videos and then message me and say, hey, Bill, you didn't mention this, or you didn't cover that. And then I go back and to them and I tell them, well, go to this minute mark and second mark, and you'll find that I did address it. You just didn't watch the whole video. So if you're going to do a job and you want to fix your car, folks, sit down and watch the whole video. Pay attention to what it is. I put a lot of effort into making sure I cover nearly everything, and the idea is that you can learn to do it yourself. I'm not going to Scotty Kilmer this thing, okay? I'm not going to sit there and grunt and pull 2 bolts out and magically my air compressor, AC compressor is out, and then grunt twice and then it's installed. You know what? That's movie magic there. That's not telling people how to fix anything. So if you don't want to watch it, then that's up to you. But I will not stop making the longer videos. I will make short ones and other things, and quite frankly, I think I have made some short videos out of some long topics. The cooling fan change, 9 minutes long, folks. But then again, that was real-time change. That's how long it actually takes. So, if you have an idea how long it takes to do a job, my videos are probably a lot closer to how long it actually takes to do the job than other videos you're going to watch. So keep that in mind. And Kevin, what do? You just wing it? No video required? And if you're logical, you can take it apart in 10,000 pieces and put it all back together again. Taking your Edge apart into 10,000 pieces is not what I consider logical. So that wouldn't be logical. But let's see. Yes, engine rebuild time. I guess you could say it's an engine rebuild time. I am rebuilding the front end of the engine completely. So we're talking water pump, we're talking oil pump, timing chain, timing guides, and tensioners. We're talking a whole front end engine rebuild here at 250,000 miles. So I think old Lou deserves that rebuild. I don't know about the rest of you, but I think that Lou does. Let's see. Joan Essa, yes, you're welcome. Very, very welcome, and thank you for joining. Mario, thank you also. Appreciate all your comments here. Let's see. Yep, Brandy, thank you. I think the in-depth videos are much better. I mean, you can watch it and skip it, but as long as you know that, for the most part, I put the information in there, that's great. And let's see. Thank you, Mario, again, Brandy. And then, of course, Joey. Joey's always seconding it. Everybody's going to second this. Let's see. Kevin says he's going to bring pistons and bearings at 250. You need more than front end. I'm not so sure about that. I think, my metal count and my oil testing is pretty low. You got to give that Duratec credit. If you keep the oil changed in it, boy, it does run. Mano just notified me that we have 2 more people that just joined the group. Now, Thursdays on tend to increase the group size. Monday through Wednesday is a dead time. I know you all got jobs, you're busy, everything, so it starts really picking up on Thursday. So we've had essentially 2 or 3 more just tonight joining the group. And Mano, go ahead and pop the OK button if they are meeting our requirements. You guys don't know this, but not everybody gets to join. It's not a for sure thing. We do a quick review, make sure that nothing is crazy, because there's a lot of fake accounts out there, a lot of people trying to gather y'all's names and everything else, and we don't want that. So we actually click on them, check them, and make sure they look legitimate. I mean, we're not great every time, and some do slip through, but we've learned over the years here, these last 2 years, on who to let in and who to tell to pack sand. And so just because they hit the join button does not mean you'll get in. We've had a few get us a hold of us by messenger. Excuse me. Sorry. I had a frog in my throat or something. But yeah, Brandy, you're special. But yeah, it's not a sure thing to get into the group, folks. That's all I can tell you. It's just not a for sure thing. We have hundreds that we haven't allowed in. So yeah, I could have went crazy and we could have just said okay, but we're looking for people that want to be in the group, not just to join the group and go hunting or whatever they do, with these fake accounts. So last I checked, I think we had blocked about 600 or more people from the group. So yeah, it ain't that we could grow faster if we hit every button, but I don't think the group members, would want that to be. So we try to filter. We try to make sure that the people that do join are good quality people. And just, we're human. We might make mistakes, and people do message us and say, hey, I'm a real person. I got an edge. I want in. And okay, we verify and say, fine, come on in. But we just want to make sure that, quality stays where it is. Job one, right? So let's see. This group is operated to be friendly. I mean, some of you, if you want to cuss like sailors and mechanics and everything, there are other groups you can do that in, and go do it. But I think we can fix and repair our edges and MKXs without cussing. I do the videos all the time, folks. You don't hear me cussing in them, and you say, well, he edits it out, da da da. Well, if you look at it, look at the continuity of my videos. They rarely stop. The parts that I do, you don't hear me cussing. I'll invent things to say, but you don't hear me cussing. So, you can't edit that out. Not in the continuity of you watch the video. It's just not going to work out that well. But, do I use choice words? Rarely. I got daughters, all this other stuff, and I don't use that necessarily around them either. Basically what you see is what you get. Now, I was in the Navy, and I will admit, I had a potty mouth, okay? And as I grew up in rank and of course, became higher in rank, you tend to learn how to talk correctly and when to address things the right way. So it comes with maturity, and that's all I can say. That's how I run it, and basically, me and Man will run it. It's our show, and I won't make any apologies for how we're running it. So that is how it is. That's why I say kindergarten rules. If you don't like it, that's the way it is. I can't help you. Go to another group and cuss and swear. I'm sure they like it. I don't know. Maybe they don't. But I don't think everybody in a group likes that. So that's my tirade on it. Those are good. Yep. Honey cashews. Nice little snack. But thank you, Chris. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Kevin. Not much editing. That's all I can tell you. Don't know what to say. Mario, go Navy, right? Go Navy. But yeah, I'm in this nice little hotel. I've been here since Tuesday. Story of my life. I'll leave here, if you guys want to know, I'll leave here tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. And I'll go take care of clients, and I'm hoping to be home about noon. And then I'll be home Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday I'll be home, or I'll go out, but I'll come back. And then Tuesday I will be back in this same hotel again until Friday. Just the story of my life and how my job is. Always on the road, always in hotels. And then the following week I go to Omaha, Nebraska, folks. Yes, I am going to Omaha, Nebraska. I might meet a special guest out there or something. I don't know yet. I'm assuming it's going to happen. And if it does, then, maybe I'll do a Facebook Live with that one too. But I definitely will be out there in Omaha, Nebraska, trying to get learned. Yes, gotta learn something. Not sure what they're trying to teach me, but I'm going anyway. But by August, my Omaha trip should slow down or stop, because I should be fully certified as a official in OSHA. Yes, I've been at it for so many years, but yet I got to be the official in OSHA. So anyway, I'll get a certification out of it, and then I'll have all the same training as an OSHA inspector. Yay, me. Yeah, just what it is. That's what I'm doing. But I am busy, and that is always good too. What do we got here? Anybody else doing anything? I got a lot of different people making comments here. don't see too much going on. Let's see. Chris has to update his antique mobile phone and laptop. I can see the comments, but Bill is a still photo. Well, click on the picture, Chris. Then it should start playing. Just click the right on my nose, right there, just right there, right there. Yeah. And then you should start seeing me move. Or yes, you may have to get a new laptop. I don't know. Might want to ask Mantle that one, because as long as they work, I don't care. But the laptop I'm talking to you on now is 5 or 6 years old, so I think it's getting time to do that. A lot of my computer stuff is old. I've been milking out a lot of my laptop and my desktop, and even my video camera is 5 years old. So I'm gonna end up with a dead video camera. Then you guys won't see any more videos. I'll be done. When the camera dies, I quit. Let's see. Joe and Elsa, they gotta fix the door latch. Joe, good luck. I've always told people there's 2 things I hate working on. One is transmissions, and the others are doors. I've done it as far as working on a window, and I failed miserably. I put the darn glass in. You guys saw the video. I put the darn glass in, and it broke again. So, but then I bought cheap Chinese glass, so then they put their better stuff in, and it didn't break. So, I probably should have spent the extra money, but I fixed it a different way. I went out to my insurance company, and I bought glass insurance. So, if my windows break now, I don't have to touch them. Let somebody else fix it. That's what I paid the insurance for, right? But let's see. Brandy says, "Buy me a new camera before we let you stop." I doubt I'll stop. I tell you what, folks. I bought a camera from a cheap Chinese vendor, and they sent me. It had 3 different lenses on it. I tried it out. It was a garbage. Had a little microphone on it. Sounded like I was speaking through a tin can. And anyway, I tried it out 30 minutes, and I says, "This is trash." Sent the refund. Sent the camera back. Got my refund, and this vendor has been pestering me like crazy, trying to get me to accept a similar camera, but a 4K. That doesn't even have a microphone connection on it, so it's garbage there too. But really, they want to send me this 4K camera. They're thinking they're buying me off by me accepting the camera. That'll take down my review. Well, joke's on them. I've been sort of playing them along, but I have not accepted the camera. I have not sent them my address, but they keep emailing me, wanting me to send the address so they can give me a free camera in hopes that I'll take down my poor review, which was in video of that same camera that was terrible, shot by that camera. So it is what it is, but whatever you do, spend the money on a good camera. It's this Canon Vixia that I use. That thing's a champ. It works great, runs good, records just like I need it to, and I don't have a problem with it. So I'm probably going to buy another one, and they're not that expensive. Granted, they're about twice the price of this Chinese one I bought, but that Chinese one was only like $150. So I can buy a Canon Vixia for $300. So it is what it is. But like I said, the one I got now is working great, so I'm not going to worry about it. What else we got going on here? Thank you, Daniel. I'm glad you like your favorite, this group is your favorite Facebook and, of course, the YouTube channel. Let's see, Joe and Essie, 182,000 miles, and that has been the only real issue with the door latch. Well, that's pretty darn good. I'm just now hitting very close to 230,000 miles, and I had to replace the alternator. So, it was a one-off. I've never had to replace an alternator in a vehicle for a long time. and for whatever reason that alternator failed. So that just tells me that I just got a bad alternator. It's just a bad one, and nothing against it. But all I can tell y'all is if you want to know how hard it is to replace an alternator in a Ford Edge, watch that video. Yeah, that's a chore. It's a chore. That one got me going, but got it out. But it took a while. So, and then that video is definitely cut short. It's not the full length. Yeah, I made a lot of videos out of that video. Okay, so if you truly want to know how long it takes, watch all the videos associated with it, and that'll give you a good idea how many hours it will take you to get the alternator out. And I'm not talking, 1 hour. I'm talking 2, maybe 3 hours. It's a chore. It's down in there. It's hidden, and it's right down where you can't get it. And so it takes a little bit of effort. Good job, Brandy. Change them filters and the oil, but did you change your coolant, your power steering fluid, and all these other fluids? That's the next step. Yep, gotta change all of them. Gotta make them all brand new. Front brakes and rear brakes. Yep. Done that so many times now I almost think I could do it blindfolded, but I did break some parts on the first one I did change, but I got through it. Yeah, lefty loosey, righty tighty. I as one guy said, I tightened it right off. Turned it the wrong way and just snapped the bolt right into the caliper bracket. Yee-haw. Yeah, had to take and weld a nut onto the bolt end to pull it back out. Yeah, so yeah, I got it out, but we had to weld a nut to it and then unscrew it that way. But got it out, put a temporary bolt in, bought a pin kit, and bang, we got her fixed. Let's see what else. Safe Light repairs. That's right, Kevin. I did Safe Light. Let Safe Light replace my battery, or not battery, but window. That seemed to be the best choice for me. What's Mano telling me here too? Don't know how many people we got, but with 2 more, that should put us about 2,201 or so. So I'm gonna say this ain't the largest Facebook group, but out of all the Ford Edge Facebook groups, but it is darn sure gonna start climbing up to #1 based on our growth and everything with the YouTube channel and everything going with that. We're gonna pass a couple of well-known groups. This year may be the year we pass them. And we will, of course, be the largest group. Just depends. I mean, a lot could happen. Y'all could just tell me sayonara and I end up with 2 people. But I just don't foresee that happening. I mean, we go in growth spurts. Things go up like crazy and then they slow down. And sometimes they even reverse. So it's sort of like my YouTube channel. But YouTube channel, in case y'all didn't know, I hit... when they shut everything down, let's talk YouTube a bit, because I tell you, I've been on a roller coaster with YouTube. Yes, just like that. I got in and got monetized early on. I finally was able to get monetized, made it, and then I started putting more videos up and started growing. That's all fine and dandy. It took me months and months and months before I got my first paycheck from them, and you have to make $100 before you could even get a check. So it was months and months before I even did it. I had 1 month I made 34 cents in the month. So, but anyway, I've grown to the point where I got 4,400 members now, or subscribers, and it's growing just crazy now. Once you hit 1,000, here's the key to it all. Once you hit 1,000 subscribers, things really change. But while you are under 1,000 subscribers, it's a slow go. And I did notice an acceleration now. Even now, it's accelerating and growing faster and getting more subscribers and getting more views. Well over 6 million something, 6,300,000 minutes or something. Watch time, over 1.5 million views. So the channel's growing. It's going nuts. I got 330 videos or something like that out now. And content has to be there, but you have to have the views and you have to have a regular content. If without regular content, people don't come see it. But anyway, I grew the channel and doing all that. It's taken time. It's taken effort, folks. I have so many hours wrapped up in this. A lifetime, it seems. And you got to keep working at it. You got to keep coming up with the videos. You got to keep repairing things. And I refuse to tear my car apart just to show y'all how to repair something. My car's working, and my vow is I rarely tear into anything in my car if it's working. I just don't do it for fun like that. I do it because I have to, because something needs a repair. So when you say do a door latch, I'm not going to do a door latch. And maybe if I was richer and I had another edge laying around, just sitting around for me to tear apart, I would probably do it. But I'm paying for all my cars, and I got to drive my cars. So I'm not just going to tear them apart just because. Ultimately, that'd be great. I'd love to have another 2011, sitting around that I could just rip into and rebuild or something like that. But I don't have that, so that keeps me from making more videos that I know you all want. So I just keep working at it. I keep trying to find people that have broken vehicles, and if it's convenient and I have the time, help. And that's what I've done in a few times. So let's see, what do we got going on here? We got people saying stuff. Raphael, there's other Ford Edge groups? Yes, there are other Ford Edge groups. Yes, there are. Okay, but I will tell you, we're the best one. How's that? They will say that they're the best. Yeah, that's the way it is. But I think overall, if you go to other groups, try them out. Maybe there's something in there for you on them. But I'm not changing how I'm doing things. So you can taste the water, so to speak, and see if it's what you want. But there's a lot of members in this group that are in other groups also. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a good thing to build the community, and that's what it's all about. Let's see, Kevin. You go, Brandy Horn. If I could get my wife to pump gas, I'd be celebrating. Brandy is diving in with both feet at the same time, head first and all that good stuff. And she is not letting anything slow that lady down. No, she isn't. She's jumping into it, and I'm proud of her, what she's doing. That's determination. That's what that is. So my hat's off to you, Brandy. You're doing great. Just keep it up. Ask us questions, and remember, plan, research, and then do it. Okay, make sure that you got a way out. Always make sure there's a rescue. So just in case you get in too deep. Even I do that. When there's jobs that I do, if I'm uncertain, I'll go down to the garage that I use, because I know there's mechanics there that can help me. Like the wheel bearings, I knew I needed help with the wheel bearings because I knew I was going to have heat. So I went to the garage and did the wheel bearings, and lo and behold, I needed help, and they came and helped me get them out and got them removed, because those things were just, wow. I've changed wheel bearings before, but those were a mama bear. Just having a hard time. Let's see. See, Kevin says he's in another Edge group, but he left because of drama. Let's see. Raphael's like me. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the way. That's my viewpoint. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That way you don't have to worry about the repairs, right? So just keep working it, keep maintaining it. And you never have to repair it. At least that's what I think. Oh, but yeah, I spent gosh, today was a long day. I didn't get back to the hotel room till 6, so it's just been a long day, folks. I don't know about the 10,000 parts thing there, Kevin. That seems like it might be a wee bit overboard. I think we're better off if we just stuck with something a little simpler, like just replacing fluids and belts and hoses and stuff. But let's see. Yeah, Brandy, whatever happens, don't let Kevin talk you into anything. I'm going to tell you that right up. Just nod your head and say, okay. Oh, let's see. Who else? Nobody got any questions? I guess I'll just keep talking. Holy cow. Well, it's 10, 11, 12 of you. That's pretty decent. Let's see. Just had a hitch put on. Now I have no reverse lights. Raphael, did you do it or did somebody else do it is the question. Trying to figure out how you put a hitch on. What did you do to the wiring? Yeah, gotta go back and check the wiring, don't we? Might have forgot to make a connection. That or else a ground. So break out your old scope on a rope and look for some power, and then you'll find it. You'll find that you missed something or didn't connect something. So just go back and trace. Be methodical, as they say. How you doing, Nathan? Glad you joined the discussion here. And Kevin, what kind of candy do you have? But how about ice cream? I would like some ice cream. Yes, that would be good. But nah, I don't think I'll pass. I'll just stick with my cashews and then call it a day. So let's see. Big Tex did them. Well, I don't know what Big Tex is. Is Big Tex a guy or is Big Tex a store? See, Mario, what mileage do the belts and hoses need to be replaced at? I think that's hard to say. I've taken belts all the way to like 168,000, 200,000 miles, but I stick to the 100,000 mile mark. So you will be okay if you have the belts for 100,000 miles. You should be okay. My wife's, hers are just now hitting 100,000. They'll be getting changed. And then I'm hitting 100,000 on mine. I got to change mine. It really sucks that all my maintenance is coinciding at the same time for both cars as they cycle through right now. My wife's Edge needs shocks and struts. Mine needs front struts. I need to start rebuilding the front end of the engine. Hers needs belts. Mine needs belts. It's just crazy. It's all hidden at the same time. And it's just the way things cycle. And hers finally hit that mile mark. So, yes, I'm going to have to put some struts on it. I'm going to put shocks on it. Shocks are easy. I will do a video on her shocks because she has the auto lift gate. So I'll have to remove that motor there to get to those shocks. So that will be a new video for that one. And I will probably put Motorcraft shocks on her Edge just because she likes the smoother ride. So I will stick with the Motorcraft for her, and that's what she'll end up getting with her struts and shocks for both, both her ends. So we'll be doing that. Let's see. How you doing, Mike? Glad you joined up here. And Joe and Essa Martinez want to know where everybody's from. And let's see. Brandy says she's going to buy a new jack. Steve swore by Racing Jacks. What size should I buy? Let's see. I have personally used the Harbor Freight Snap-on Dilemma jack, and I thought it worked great. Didn't feel like a chintzy piece of garbage to me, but it's a floor jack, so I would say that's a good value jack for the price, and does everything it's supposed to do, and so. Granted, it's Harbor Freight and people are going to shoot me and everything else for that. But you know what? It's a jack. Okay? I don't think I would spend a lot of money on it, because you don't crawl under your car and jack. You jack it up and you put jack stands under it. And then you're not under it when you jack it up or down. So if you are under it when you jack it up and down, then you're jacked up. You shouldn't be under your car when you're jacking it up. I'm just telling you that straight up. No pun intended. But I personally would shoot for the Harbor Freight Snap-on jack. I forget, they call it Daytona or something like that. Decent jack. I used it on a Lincoln MKX with Sean Duggan, and the jack worked fine. It was fantastic. Okay, Joe's in Colorado. And Kevin says a 3-ton aluminum Arcan. I have no idea how much aluminum Arcan costs, so that would be one good reference there for Kevin as far as a jack goes too. Let's see, Frank's from Virginia, and of course, tell me why I have to renew sync. What happens if I don't? Thanks for your service. Well, Frank, you don't have to renew sync. You don't have to renew the registration. None of mine are registered. I don't register. All they want to do is send you emails telling you, hey, come fix your car and let's do an auto diagnostic and all that stuff. You can do the updates by registering your sync and know when they update, but they stopped doing updates on the Gen 1.5 in reality. So it ain't like your Microsoft software in your computer where it's always getting updated. Ford ain't doing that. They really aren't. So it's a personal choice at that point whether you want to renew your sync. But my wife's Edge, I just delete the messages and just move on. It doesn't make any difference to her, and it darn sure don't make any difference to me. I toss my V-Peak on there that I have, and then I just read the car, and I get all my information from that, and I don't need Ford to tell me what the health status of my Edge is, because I know what it is. So that's what I do. Let's see. Brandy's out of Ohio. Let's see. What else How hard would it, Raphael says, how hard would it be to change the timing chain cover without taking out the engine? Not hard at all. You got to remove a few other bits and pieces, but you don't need to remove the engine to take the timing chain cover off. You just don't need to do it. But you got to crawl under there, take the wheel off, and get up under there, and it's tight, but totally doable. Okay, a lot of people have changed timing chains with the engine in the Edge, so totally doable. And I can't see going in and disturbing so many parts when you can reach it. Might take a little more effort, but you're not disturbing everything else by dropping the entire engine out. To me, that, it's not a hard job, so you can do it. You definitely can do it. Well, if you're leaking oil from the timing chain cover, yeah, you might want to definitely take that off. And the key to that is cleaning. And Raphael, if you're taking the timing chain cover off, I hate to tell you, buddy, but if you got any type of miles, like 150,000 or more on your edge, you might as well just replace the water pump while you're at it. You're right there. And then put a new timing chain on, some guides, then you're good for another 150,000 miles without a concern about your water pump. But it's up to you. I mean, you're the one's got to buy the parts and spend the money. But it's not a gasket. It is silicone sealant. Okay, it's a special sealant. It's black, and you got to put it on there. I think it's a 1/8 or something, 1/4 inch bead all the way around. And then once you do get the bead on there, you have a very limited time to reinstall it, and you can't touch anything because you ruin the seal. So it takes help from both sides. You got to move carefully and quickly, and not touch anything. Then once you get it bolted in place, then you're done. Okay, so it takes a little bit of finesse, I guess you could say. Let's see. You can buy Motorcraft struts online, easy enough, simple enough, or you can go to the dealer and pay more. But there's a lot of parts place. Tasca Auto Parts has pretty good deals. Or you can go to Rock Auto. They got pretty good deals too, so you can get a lot of parts there without much effort and get the decent stuff. But if you truly want to make it easy on yourself, you can buy the KYB quick struts. They're making those now, so for the Edge, so you can just buy them all ready to go. All you do is take the old ones out, slap the new ones in, all set up, all pre-torqued and ready to go. Yeah, Ford would want 1,100 to do it, and that's just shy of changing a water pump too. So if that's 1,100 to do a gasket, buddy, tell you what, pay me $1,000, and I'll buy the gasket material, sealant and stuff myself. You save $100, but yeah, but the dealers got to make money too, right? They got to pay their bills. So it is what it is. I mean, if you go to them, then be ready to shell out the money. Yep, $2,000 for the water pump. So $900 more for the water pump. And the water pump is right there. Once you get the cover off, it's just a matter of pulling out a couple more bolts. Yeah, you're paying $900 to pull a couple more bolts out. So hopefully that includes timing chains and guides and other stuff that goes with that. Yeah, the quick struts, Mike, are good. I think they're good. People have been putting them on and saying they're liking them. See, Kevin says he's going to do it for you, Raphael, for $750. So he's just trying to outbid me so he can get the work. So I'll do it for $7. And I'll buy you pizza while you wait. There you go, bidding war for you, Raphael. Not exactly what you're thinking it was going to turn out to be, is it? Let's see. See if I can keep up with all the different stuff going on here. It's like my screen froze up on me. Yeah, my screen froze up. There we go. Back up and running again. No, you don't have to replace the engine mount, Joey. Should not have to do that unless it's bad. You know, take it off and look at it, and if it's bad, you may have to replace it. What town am I in? Is that what you want to know, Mike? I am in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Yes, that's right. The home of University of Northern Iowa. I'm in Cedar Falls. Kevin, Kevin, all I can tell you is, whatever you're telling me is like the pot calling the kettle black. Calling me old. You're old and bald too. But yeah, my laptop is old. I'll admit it. But it's a good laptop. It is the finest laptop you could get in that day. And that was 5 or 6 years ago. It's got an i5 Pentium processor, and it can't be that bad. But it is older, and I will admit it. Yes, Kevin, I am older than you by 4 years. But that don't mean that it's that much of a difference. Oh, what else do we got? Yeah, the YouTube channel, though, I'm also doing some stuff on and getting things going. And once the oil video thing is finished, not necessarily loaded up, but is finished with me making the videos. Gosh, I got 2 more samples that went out, so sort of getting addicted on this thing, but I'm getting them all done, and then once I got the last videos made and loaded up, then I will start on another project. And I will only say that hints have already been put out, so you guys will probably like it, because this should up the game. This should up the game on the Ford Edge Facebook group and the YouTube channel. And should you guys utilize this, you will love it. I hope you do. A lot of effort, but I think it will be worth it. So once everything materializes on this and it's all put together, and I will get it to you, and you guys can decide, was it worth the effort? And if it is, by all means, let me know. Okay, that way we can keep working on it, because if it doesn't fly, then it may die. We don't want that. But I think it's going to be found to be quite useful, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm dragging y'all along. I know I am, but I like to build suspense. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, where you been? Sleeping under a rock? So anyway, yeah, I'm going to throw some suspense in there, but once I get done making the oil videos, I'm going to dive whole hog into this project and get it out and get it put together, and then it's going to be going active. And I think you guys will like it. I think you will. So that's as much as I'm going to say that we're doing right now with it. Well, Joe's got to go deal with children, so he says, nice talking to the group. Good. Have a great day. See y'all later. Let's see. 15 Sport has a replaceable fuel filter. That's one thing that I was doing some research on, and I discovered that Ford has now put a canister fuel filter, you know the old little fuel line filters, back into the 2015 plus Ford Edge. The 2007 through 2014 does not have a fuel filter, but the 2015 on up does have an external tank fuel filter. Something you all didn't know, and something I found out last night. Yeah, that's a change. That is definitely a change to what Ford's been doing. So there is an external fuel filter to the Ford Edge 2015 Plus. So if you have a 2015 Plus, then there is an external fuel filter to it, an inline fuel filter going from the tank to the engine. So that's something that is definitely different that Ford has done. I didn't know it till I saw it, and lo and behold, there it is. Let's see. Oh, anybody else got questions here? Well, don't know what to tell y'all. It's about 8:21, and I've had a long day, so I'm not going to make this go on forever. But if there's no more questions or anything, and then I'll probably call this quits. But let's see, what do we got going on here? And 2019 is going to be a dual injected port and direct. Ford has figured out they have to clean the carbon from the valves. Yeah, I've been reading up on that, and they're utilizing two systems to keep the carbon buildup from happening. So, like Kevin said, it's going to be dual port and injection. And the concept is that the fuel will get on there and it'll keep the carbon from building up, and through that manner then they won't have these carbon issues that are building up on the valves and causing operational issues. So that is pretty much what they're doing there. Mike, 2014 Ford Edge, I would change the transmission fluid. No longer. I'd just go with the severe service. I know it might seem a lot, but it depends on how much you drive. But 30,000 miles is severe service for the transmission fluid. But keep this in mind: if you're driving your Edge 12,000 miles a year, you're changing the fluid every 2.5, 3 years. So 30,000 is a good number. I don't let mine go, and I drive all highway, and I change mine at 30,000, and I still have great running transmission. So you can wait, or you can change it like I do. But I will tell you, I've never had a transmission problem with any of my Edges other than the sensors on the 2008. Other than that, change the fluid every 30,000, good to go. This lifetime fluid junk, I don't believe, and I've let my fluid go to 80, 90,000 and 60,000. I even noticed a difference at 60,000 because I was trying to experiment when is the best time, and I've fallen back to the 30, 40,000 mile category. This is what I do. So that's my recommendation. Ford will tell you something different, but that's my recommendation on the transmission fluid. Good night, Brandy. Yeah, have sweet dreams, and we'll talk to you all later. I look forward to your break work. Let's see. All right, folks. I think we're gonna call her quits because it is about 8:30. And I'm tired, and I want to just sit back, relax, and fall asleep. So you guys all have a great day. Thanks for celebrating 2 years of MACT Ford Edge on the Facebook group. And again, look forward to seeing y'all watching the video. Remember, watch that MACT Garage oil analysis video for me. And then, of course, tomorrow morning is the first oil sampling video that's going to be put out. But for now, you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.